the ECOWAS at 50 for the information of this House. Mr. Speaker, with your leave, I would like to read the report verbatim because of the importance of the ECOWAS region and what ECOWAS has done so far within these 50 years for the benefit of us who are not yet 50 and for the benefit of the listening pleasure to know the importance. We are not just here going to Parliament as delegation, but you need to know what it entails and what's the importance of this sub-region. Mr. Speaker, with your permission, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable members, you have to bear with me because talking about 50 years of somebody or 50 years of an association is a long journey. And with that, we don't want to leave anything behind. It's no secret. We really want you people to know what the ECOWAS has done so far. So you have to bear with me so that I can read the document. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, and colleagues, delegation, it is with great honor and a deep sense of responsibility that I rise before you here today as the leader of the ECOWAS Parliament from Sierra Leone, as we commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Economic Community of West Africa States, ECOWAS. I must say that we are not merely celebrating a milestone. We are compelled to engage in the profound milestone, compelled on the inflicting reflection on the trajectory of our journey. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, this is a time for critical introspection, a time to acknowledge not only the consideration achievements that have marked our path, but also the complex and multifaceted challenges that now confront us, threatening to derail the very progress we have so far diligently pursued. As we celebrate this golden jubilee, we are reminded of our shared aspirations for peace, development, and prosperity. But we are also confronted with a sobering reality, one that demands not only reflection but urgent and courageous actions. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, over the last 50 years, ECOWAS has demonstrated its capacity, shaped the course of our sub-region, from boosting regional economic integration to playing a frontline role in peacekeeping and post-conflict reconstruction. The community has not only survived the political and economic turmoil that has afflicted our continent, it has at many points led the way. We remember the successful interventions in Liberia, Sierra Leone, the Gambia, which stand as a testament to our collective ability to defend democracy and restore constitutional order. We have witnessed significant strides in fostering regional peace and stability, facilitating the free movement of people and goods across the borders, promoting trade liberalization to enhance economic growth, and implementing a diverse array of programs aimed at enhancing the quality of life for our citizens. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, from infrastructural development to agricultural initiatives, from educational exchanges to cultural collaborations, ECOWAS has played a pivotal role in shaping the destiny of our sub-region. However, despite these successes over the 5 decades, we cannot ignore the significant setbacks that currently threaten to unrivaled decades of integration and cooperation. West Africa's regional bloc, the ECOWAS faces disintegration. We are witnessing, perhaps more than ever before, the growing fragmentation of our bloc. recent years have seen challenges to the stability of the bloc, including political unrest, security threats, and the withdrawal of breakaway of countries from the bloc. On January 28, 2024, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso announced via joint statement that they were withdrawing from ECOWAS without the lead. Following the military coups, the withdrawal was granted in January 2025, even though the tie can still be granted in January 2025. In July 2025. Today, other countries are expressing dissatisfaction with our union's effectiveness and responsiveness. The very notion of a united, peaceful, and integrated West Africa now appears under siege. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, this present reality in which we find ourselves demands that we cast a critical eye on emerging threats that jeopardize these hard-won gains and undermine the very foundation of our collective aspirations. At this point, Mr. Speaker, we can no longer afford to be complacent or to shy away from confronting the difficult truths that lie before us. Our region is increasingly beset by a confluence of destabilizing factors that threaten to unravel the very fabric of our community, pushing us towards the edge of certainty and instability. Mr. Speaker, political unrest, often fueled by deep-seated socioeconomic inequalities that leave millions of our people marginalized and disenfranchised. Ethnic tensions that are often manipulated for political gain and governance deficits that erode public trust in our institutions continues to plague several member states. These factors create a fertile ground for instability, undermining the rule of law and hindering our efforts to build cohesive and harmonious societies. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, security challenges ranging from the escalating menace of terrorism and violent extremism that spill across our porous borders to the surge of transitional organized crime, including drug and human trafficking, and the persistent threat of maritime piracy that disrupts trade and endangers the lives of our people, pose a direct and immediate threat to the safety and well-being of our citizens. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the proliferation of these threats has not only created a perceived climate of fear and uncertainty, undermining investors' confidence and hindering economic growth, but has always diverted scarce resources away from critical development priorities, such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure, further exacerbating the vulnerabilities of our populations and perpetuating a vicious circle of poverty and instability. We find ourselves caught in a complex web of interconnected challenges that demand a comprehensive and coordinated response. A significant factor contributing to this deeply troubling state of affairs is the perceived and, in some cases, the undeniable failure of national and regional parliaments to effectively address these multifaceted challenges. This failure can be attributed to a combination of factors, including capacity limitations that hinder our ability to conduct thorough oversight of the executive branch and formulate sound and evidence-based policies, financial constraints that limit our operational effectiveness, independence, and ability to inadequately represent the interests of our constituents, and most concerningly, a lack of political will which undermines our ability to take diverse action in the face of difficult choices and to hold those in power accountable for their actions. We as parliamentarians must accept our share of responsibility in this regard. We must acknowledge that we have not always lived to the expectations of our citizens, and we must commit ourselves to doing better. The erosion of public trust in our institutions, including Parliament, is a serious and deeply concerning issue that must be addressed with the utmost urgency. We must strive to enhance our legitimacy, strengthen our accountability mechanism, and improve our responsiveness to the needs and aspirations of our people we represent, ensuring that their voices are heard and their concerns are addressed. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we stand at a critical juncture in the history of our region, a moment of profound decisions that will determine the future of ECOWAS and the fate of millions of our citizens. The sub-region, with its history of civil war, ethnic conflict, violent political transition, cannot afford further fragmentation. The painful lessons of our past should serve as a stark and sobering reminder of the devastating consequences of division discord and a failure to address the legitimate grievances of our people. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in some member states, there exists a growing perception that ECOWAS is either slow to act or detached from the live realities of ordinary citizens. Others feel that its mechanisms are squealed in favor of certain political or economic elites, leaving behind nations whose concerns may differ due to geography, security threats, or governance structures. At the heart of these challenges lies a critical institutional question. What has been the role of national and regional parliaments in either addressing or failing to mitigate this crisis? As legislators, our duty extends beyond representation. We are tasked with upholding democratic norms, ensuring government accountability, and safeguarding the rule of law. Yet, in too many instances, national parliaments have been sidelined, weakened, or co-opted by narrow interests. The ECOWAS Parliament itself, although a symbol of regional cooperation, has often lacked the teeth to act decisively in moments of continental turbulence. The ECOWAS Parliament, and indeed all national parliaments, have a vital and indispensable role to play in ensuring stability, promoting good governance, and fostering sustainable development in our region. Our influence must be brought to bear through a multi-pronged approach that encompasses strengthening our oversight of the executive branches of our government, ensuring that they adhere to democratic principles, uphold the rule of law, and respect fundamental human rights. We must proactively formulate policies that address the root cause of instability, promote inclusive governance that empowers all segments of society, and foster sustainable development that benefits present and future generations. We must hold the executive arm accountable to the people they serve, ensuring transparency, responsiveness, and meaningful participation in decision-making processes. Actively engaging in conflict resolution efforts, promoting dialogue, mediation, and reconciliation as alternatives to violence and confrontation. Tirelessly and with unwavering determination, restore trust among member states and between governments and their citizens. And above all, demonstrate the political will to act decisively, collectively, and with a sense of urgency in the face of these unprecedented challenges. This is the time. This is not a time for despair. It is a time for leadership. It is a time for moral courage, and it is a time for vision. We, the parliamentarians of ECOWAS, must rise to this occasion, not merely as political actors, but as stewards of the region. Our people look up to us not only for laws, but for hope, not only for policies, but for progress, not only for debates, but for directions.
Let me pass.
You want me to go over it? In the recent high-level meeting convened in Abuja, Nigeria, with the theme, I hope I'm not shouting, ECOWAS at 50, reform a disintegrate with pathway for the regional bloc. Among others, the participants rose with a call to reform the ECOWAS Parliament, to play a more legislative role in the community. 50th anniversary should not just to celebrate our past, but to commit to a future that is more united, more democratic, and more prosperous. And ECOWAS Parliament must play a greater role. Let it be said that in the face of regional fragmentation and rising uncertainty, the ECOWAS Parliament stood firm, that we found in diversity the resolve to reform, to transform our constitutions, to deepen our integration, and to reaffirm our faith in a common West Africa destiny. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as I conclude, I urge the Right Honorable Speaker to use his office, to use your office, sir, to refer this statement to the Parliamentary Subcommittee on Foreign Affairs for further deliberations and presentation of the House reports to the ECOWAS Commission in the commemoration of the ECOWAS at 50 celebration, especially as West Africa seeks to redefine the future of regional integration and resilience. May this moment be renaissance, not our retreat. Let this golden jubilee be reminded not as a time of decline, but as the beginning of our renewal. With this, I want to thank the House for giving me the attention to present this document on behalf of the ECOWAS delegation. God bless ECOWAS Parliament, and may God bless the people of West Africa. I thank you. On that note, I beg to lay on the table this wonderful document from ECOWAS and ECOWAS at 50. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the Mama of West Africa.